cars come in a variety of sizes and shapes. Some automobiles appear to have been constructed to win awards. Other automobiles have the appearance of having been made by amateurs. Then, some vehicles are positioned in the middle. They are neither pleasing to the eye nor attractive to the eye. They stand out in the strangest, wackiest ways possible. These cars are famous as much for their appearance as for anything else, whether they have 6 headlamps or 6 wheels. Let's take a look at the 10 weirdest and most bizarre cars ever made. Before starting, don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. So let's start. Number 10.1990 Toyota Serra. Toyota Serra had a modest 1.5-liter inline 4-cylinder engine that produced 108 horsepower and 97 pound-feet of torque, so it wasn't especially powerful or appealing to the eye. But once you open its 2 doors, the fun really begins. The McLaren F1 and the Saleen S7. The 108 horsepower Serra had something in common with those two, which were among the fastest and most potent vehicles of the day. Toyota even went a step farther and gave the Serra a glass, canopy-style roof because, well, it probably thought it would look great. When I think back on it, the Serra is odder than it is cool, which is why it drew my interest as a child. Number 9.2004 Chevrolet SSR. A pickup truck with a retractable hardtop, convertible top as the Chevrolet Super Sport Roadster. The Chevrolet SSR was an awful concept from the start, but thanks to the PT Cruiser's success on the market, Chevrolet decided to try its hand at a retro-inspired model of its own. The advanced design pickup trucks that Chevrolet manufactured in the 1940s served as the inspiration for the SSR's design. Chevrolet's appearance as a jumble of various body shapes thrown together since it was the in thing at the time didn't help. Chevy was unfortunate since the SSR never took off. Because people were so uncomfortable with it, it only lasted 2 years on the market. Number 8.1984 Nissan Pulsar NX. Another vehicle from the bizarre block is the Nissan Pulsar NX, which, in contrast to the Chevrolet SSR, emanates stylish weirdness. When the hatch was reinstalled, the Pulsar NX was transformed into a shooting brake model. You could say that Nissan pulled the vanity card in the design of the Pulsar NX because it wanted to, since the hatch itself serves no purpose other than what has already been discussed. Nobody missed the fact that owners could alter the Pulsar NX's appearance to suit their mood. During its 4-year production run, the Pulsar NX was quite successful, and even now, if someone recognizes one of these aircraft, they are likely to inquire about the location of the shooting brake canopy. Number 7.1990 BMW Z1. The BMW Z1 didn't have the standard BMW appearance of the day. The kidney grille was so tiny that it resembled the snout of a rat. It has strange headlamps that were tucked down inside the hood. Let's not forget about the doors that slid vertically and dropped into the door sills either. With those sliding doors, BMW believed it had made a revolutionary breakthrough, but the fact that the company never tried to use a similar design in any of its subsequent models suggests otherwise. There is no denying that the Z1 had some positive aspects. One of the first BMW models to employ a multi-link rear suspension, the Z1's engine had enough power to turn it into a spirited sports vehicle. But those doors will always be associated with it, for better or worse. Number 6.1986 Lamborghini LM002. The Italian carmaker produced this beast before the Urus gave us a glimpse of what a super SUV from Lamborghini might do. The Lamborghini LM002 is an off-road vehicle that was initially designed for military usage. Ultimately, during the model's 7-year existence from 1986 to 1993, production models were created. The LM002 has somehow evolved into a unicorn Lamborghini in its own right, which is as unusual as it was for Lamborghini to manufacture a full-fledged off-road vehicle at a time when it was known for hand-built performance cars. It's a prized model among Lamborghini collectors, and with the introduction of the Urus, it has, in a sense, taken on the characteristics of the new SUV. Even yet, the LM002 was and continues to be one of the strangest designs ever produced by a performance car manufacturer. Number 5.1980 Subaru Brat. Doesn't the name already say it all? The Subaru Brat is this. It's a 4-wheel drive, light-duty utility coupe vehicle, or ute, as they're known in Australia and New Zealand. Even if you ignore the fact that utes have tonneaus behind the passenger compartments, the Brat ups the odd factor with its moniker. The design of the car itself isn't all that spectacular, and it was never offered with an engine larger than a 1.8-liter four-cylinder unit. Surprisingly, the Brat has grown to be a well-liked collector item among auto aficionados who appreciate having a vehicle oddity, or two, in their garages. The Subaru Brat definitely qualifies as an oddball by any definition. Number 4.2013 Mercedes-Benz AMG G36X6. Mercedes, like BMW, has produced some of the most amazing-looking automobiles in the history of the auto industry. The strange and unusual designs from Mercedes are at the other end of the spectrum. They too are of every size and shape, like this moving monolith. A 5.5-liter twin-turbo V8 engine that generates 536 horsepower and 561 pound-feet of torque powers the AMG G63-6X6. It has 6 wheels and is 231.3 inches long. Despite all of this, the G63-6X6 is still one of the most terrifying production cars on the road since it can accelerate from 0 to 60 miles per hour in just 7.8 seconds. Only a small number of Mercedes-AMG G63-6X6 cars are now on the market, partly as a result of the German automaker's decision to reduce manufacturing in order to maintain its exclusivity. Without a doubt, this gigantic machine of mayhem is among the wackiest designs ever produced. Number 3.1930 Stout Scarab. It clearly had the appearance of a scarab, a type of beetle that can be found almost anywhere in the world, and by that I mean an actual scarab. Why William Stout, the founder of the Stout Motor Company, was so enamored by scarabs that he developed a minivan that is shaped like one and even used the name of the beetle on his creation remains unknown. Due to its age, the scarab is currently a very valuable collector's item. The lack of rear visibility made it one of the least practical cars of its era, but in many respects, the oddness of its design contributed to its enduring history. Nobody will recall that the Scarab was once considered an ugly car. It is regarded as an outstanding example of Art Deco architecture today. For one of the industry's founders, the turnabout is appropriate. Number 2. Fiat Multipla. We've seen a lot of automakers experiment with headlamp layouts in the past to varied degrees of success. Some manage it brilliantly, as BMW with the M1's pop-up lights. Others, like Nissan with the Juke crossover, aren't as visually exciting. The Multipla was created by Fiat with the thought that possibly 2 headlamps aren't sufficient to illuminate the road clearly. Yes, the windscreen of the Multipla is raised. How about that for another oddity? The Multipla has won numerous design prizes over the years, but for all the wrong reasons. The troubled MPV has been dubbed the ugliest car in the world so many times that it has earned the title as a badge of pride. Because of it, you probably won't see many Multiplas on the road today. Can't say we can blame those who genuinely still own one. Number 1.1950 BMW Isetta 300. The BMW Isetta 300 is a typical automobile aside from all those caveats. Despite its oddness, the Isetta 300 was a popular car in the 1950s, being the most popular single-cylinder vehicle in the world with over 161,000 units sold. It is technically categorized as a microcar. The Isetta was forgotten about until it appeared in a number of books, films, television shows, and documentaries over the past 2 decades. Its prominence as one of the most distinctive cars BMW has ever produced is furthered by the microcar's resurgence in the automotive consciousness, which has elevated it to the rank of an in-demand classic. This is it for today's video. What do you think about these weirdest cars? Tell us in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our channel for more future updates. Thanks for watching.